is truly happy only when doing something. The best life is a life that is full of activity. But we should not be persuaded by Graham's argument. People sleep, and at least sometimes when sleeping, they are truly happy, even though they are not doing anything.
Excellent. All right, what's our conclusion, Ashley?
But we should not be persuaded by Graham's argument.
Excellent. And then, so it says, which of the following most accurately describes the role played and the philosopher's argument by the claim that at least sometimes when sleeping, people are truly happy, even though they are not doing anything? Okay, so that is, all right, so what is the relationship between this sentence here and the conclusion? What would you say, Lisa? How would you describe that?
Okay, your question is at least sometimes when sleeping, how is that relating to our conclusion?
Yeah, why did this person include that in this argument?
Well, I kind of feel like it's not really an analogy, but we're saying we should not be persuaded by Graham's argument. So we shouldn't be persuaded by when he's saying a person is truly happy only when doing something. The best life is a life that is full of activity. Then he's like, no, we should not be persuaded by that.
Because
he's giving an example.
Yeah, because
he's saying, look, this.
Yeah, he's literally giving us an example of a time when we're doing something not full of activity that we're happy. So this one's very, very, very hard. What did we narrow it down to? Let's walk through it. Is it a premise of Graham's argument?
No.
No, because it's not of Graham. The philosopher is not Graham. Excellent. B, is it an example that is intended to show that a premise of Graham's argument is false? What is Graham's conclusion? Angelica?
He argues that since a person is truly happy only when doing something, the best life is a life full of activity.
So then what part's the conclusion?
The best life is a life that is full of activity.
So what's his premise?
A person is truly happy.
Since, right? Because since introduces a premise.
Mm-hmm.
So does this purple sentence here is an example intended to show that a premise of Graham's argument is false? So what part does this point out is false? That a person is truly happy only when doing something, or that the best life is a life full of activity? What part is false? Tori? The first part.
Yeah.
So it's the premise. These are very, very, very difficult. But I don't know. I should not have made you guys do these. So I'm so sorry.
No, I think it was amazing to do. I think that it was great that you gave these. I mean, this is an eye-opener. I can't believe I didn't see that. That's unbelievable.
And this is where whenever we get really hard, and at least the homework's going to seem easier now. But these are when we get down to two of these, really ask yourself, what part of it is it? So a lot of people said D, it's an example intended to disprove the conclusion of Graham's argument. So when I saw these two, because I read B and I was like, oh, I guess so. But then when I got to D, I was like, ooh, I like that one too. Instead of freaking out, I literally just went back up to his conclusion and did what I did and asked myself, which one is he countering? And that's how I went with B. So our answer is B. All right, how are people feeling? Good, not so good, crappy, mediocre? Are we learning?